She stayed up too late. I've never sat like this on this bed, but I feel like it. Life's weird right now. In a lot of ways, but life is complicated and requires a lot of filtering when talking with some people about how I feel. And that's weird to have gone from having to do that with a large portion of people to feeling free again after such a long time. And now for other reasons, I'm again finding myself in a position where I don't feel like I can talk freely about what's on my heart anymore. And meanwhile, there's still a pandemic, and there are still so many people who don't think there's a pandemic, or aren't worried about it, or think that it's other people's jobs to worry about it. And so many of my friends are having rough times too, because that's life right now, really. Just think about how some of these problems and hurts that have come up in people's lives in the past few months have been inevitable, and then others have been as a result of everything that's happening with COVID. Now, you don't really know sometimes which category something falls under. Like whether having all this isolation is bringing up change and disruption faster, or just bringing it up. I can't believe it's almost July. Because in reality, there were a lot of things that I thought 2020 would be by June, honestly. Pride Month has been weird. And to think that we'll look back at this year and we'll see the pandemic, but we'll also see all of the other things. I just wonder how we'll talk about 2020 in 10, 20, 30 years. How 2 generations from now we'll look at 2020. I wonder what kinds of stories people are going to tell about facing things deep within themselves and breaking up relationships, creating new relationships, restoring relationships that had broken. I wonder how they'll talk about that when we don't wear a mask everywhere anymore, except for the metaphorical ones. Like, what's it gonna be like to find somebody and not feel anxiety about being near them. What's it going to be like to find somebody? It's going to be weird. It's going to be weird, but we're going to make it. Our numbers will be smaller. And that's tragically, heartbreakingly disgusting. We are going to make it past this. I don't think adding a but or in spite of is fair. I think it's just we will. No qualifiers necessary. Because we will. It's how time works. And also, time doesn't really tell you what's happening next. So, we can't tell by looking at it. What a weird, draining